Hello dear students, today we are in the question solving class and we are going to solve some questions from past papers based on uncertainties. As we have finished the discussion on all the categories of uncertainties, we are now approaching towards the question solving. We would like to see what type of questions are generally being asked in your exams and how to solve those questions. Just to remind you of that we have done how to do the calculation of uncertainty for addition, for subtraction, for multiplication, for division, and one more thing was left, that is for power. So this time we would like to address it. Say y is a physical quantity which is calculated as x to the power n. X is the measured quantity, x to the power n is how y is calculated. So if we want to find the uncertainty of y, then how we should approach? We can go with the help of fractional uncertainty rule, that is del y by y equals to the power is n and n is going to be multiplied with the fractional uncertainty of x. So whenever there is a power, that power is going to be multiplied. Either we consider the fractional uncertainty rule or we consider the percentage uncertainty rule. So when we say percentage uncertainty, that is percentage uncertainty of y equals to n times percentage uncertainty of x. So we just multiply the power, rest of the things remain the same as we did for the category of multiplication and division. Here we set an example right here. Say the radius is 2 meter plus minus 0.1 meter as its absolute uncertainty. Now if we want to find out the area, cross-sectional area of any circle that has a radius of 2 meter, then obviously area equals to pi r square. So pi r square is the area, radius is the measured quantity that has an uncertainty of 0.1 meter. Pi here is a numerical factor, it has no uncertainty. So pi is just getting omitted from the calculation of uncertainty. So we make use of the formula that we wrote at the left hand side. Del a by a equals to 2 times del r by r. 2 is the power of radius, going to be multiplied with the absolute uncertainty of radius and then divided by the radius value. That is what we call the fractional uncertainty of radius. Or we go with another formula in terms of the percentage uncertainty, that is percentage uncertainty of area is 2 times the percentage uncertainty of the radius. Alright, so if you go with the rule of the fractional uncertainty or you go with the rule of percentage uncertainty, you are going to multiply the power with that fractional uncertainty or percentage uncertainty. All you need to remember is the thing that power is just going to be multiplied, and if something is in the form of power, you have to use either the fractional uncertainty or the percentage uncertainty rule. Okay, so all we have the similarity that percentage uncertainty and fractional uncertainty, these are being used in calculation of multiplication, division, power, these categories. So let's solve some questions here. It is the question from the question paper. As you see that it is paper 2. It's a paper 2 question. Look at this. It is March 20, paper 2, variant 2. we are just going to solve the questions on uncertainty. So here we focus. The first part is just to write down or state two base quantities, so that is simple. I'm skipping that part. I would like to focus on the part B, where the expression of G is stated, and it is 4 pi square L by T square. 4 pi square, these are the numerical factors just being omitted from the calculation of uncertainty, not being omitted for the calculation of the value of G, to remember. So you see that G equals to 4 pi square L by T square, and L is 1.50, T is 2.48. We are substituting these values and we do calculate the G value, which is 9.63 meter per second square. 9.628, which can be written as 9.63 in three significant figures, because our data for L and T are in three significant figure. While we are going to find out the percentage uncertainty in G, it is percentage uncertainty of L plus 2 times percentage uncertainty of time. Why these percentage uncertainties are getting added up? Because L and T square are in the division form, and it is T square, so there is a power 2 above T, so that 2 is going to be multiplied with the percentage uncertainty of time. So this is what we get, 8%. Then absolute uncertainty, which is percentage uncertainty multiplied with the G value. 8% times 9.63, it is 0.778. So in one significant figure it is 0.8. Why we have to write it in one significant figure? Because L and T are in one significant figure. 2%, 3%. The consistency must be maintained. Here we are in another question. It is question from October-November 19, paper 1, variant 2. October-November 19, paper 1, variant 2. Question number 5 is the question on uncertainty. So here is a wooden block. The dimensions are stated, and there is a percentage uncertainty here, as we see, 0.1 mm for each measurement. We have to find out the percentage uncertainty in the calculated volume. So as you know that volume of this wooden block should be length times width times height. So if we want to find out the percentage uncertainty of volume, that means it is in the product form of length, width and height. So percentage uncertainty of length plus percentage uncertainty of width plus percentage uncertainty of height. So the percentage uncertainty of each of the dimensions is going to be added up. 40 millimeter length with an uncertainty of 0.1 millimeter. So how to write down the percentage uncertainty of length? Percentage uncertainty of length is its absolute uncertainty divided by its value multiplied with 100%. This is how we are going to write down for all these dimensions like width and height. So percentage uncertainty of length is 0.1 over 40 multiplied with 100%. Same percentage uncertainty of width, 0.1 divided by 10 times 100%. And finally percentage uncertainty of height, 0.1 divided by 20 times 100%. So just this way, if you write the equation and solve this, you are going to get 3.75%, and in two significant figure, 1.75%. 1.75%, and in one significant figure it is 1.8. so this is going to be the percentage uncertainty in two significant figure. So 1.75 is in three significant figures, so in our option the closest of this 1.75 is 1.8, and that is we found the answer to be yes. Alright, we are in another question. It is May June 19, paper 2, variant 2. Here we have a question. Diameter of a cylinder is given, and we have to find out the absolute uncertainty. The values and percentage uncertainties are given. So as we know that absolute uncertainty is percentage uncertainty times the value. Percentage uncertainty is 1.6% and the value is 0.015. So that percentage uncertainty is multiplied with the value. Since it is in percent, we have to divide this value by 100 and then we multiply with the value of the diameter. We do calculate and we get it as 2 times 10 to the power negative 4 meter. This is the absolute uncertainty of diameter measured. Now moving to the next question, the continual part of this question, we have to find out the pressure. So just substituting the values of weight, pi d square, d is 0.125 meter, so square of that we do substitute in this denominator, and we are going to calculate the value for pressure to be 3096 point something. Now our result is not going to be in that format. Our values are given in two significant and in three significant figures. Check it out. Diameter is in three significant figure, weight is in two significant figure. So we should use the minimum significant figure in your answer. So our answer to be written as 3100 Newton per meter square. That's the pressure value. Now we have to find out the absolute uncertainty in the value of this pressure. You see the pressure equation, it is W by D square, 4 and pi being numerical factors omitted from the calculation of uncertainties. W means weight by square of diameter. So division form, the percentage uncertainties are stated in the question. Our information has been given in terms of the percentage uncertainty. So we make use of the rule of this percentage uncertainty of pressure, which is equal to the percentage uncertainty of weight plus 2 times the percentage uncertainty of diameter. 2 times because diameter square is given in the question, in the equation. So we do substitute the values and we calculate the percentage uncertainty of pressure, which is what we get as 6%. Now to find out the absolute uncertainties of pressure, we do multiply this percentage uncertainty with its value. Value is 3100, percentage uncertainty is 6%. So this is what we get as the answer. 186. Basically we are again maintaining the consistency in significant figure, so we write 190 because weight 2.8%, the percentage uncertainty is in two significant figure. Diameter, the percentage uncertainty is in two significant figure. That's why to maintain the significant figure on the uncertainties, we express this absolute uncertainty in two significant figure as well. So it is 190. Alright. So here we go to another question. This question is little old question, but it will have all the categories that we really should focus into. It is a question from summer 2012. So you see the expression here is given, and it has been asked us to find out the value of C. So we are just substituting all the data here. You see V by T itself is given as the value. V by T value itself is given in this table. So don't separate V and T. V and T, just keep them all together and just write down the data of V by T as given in the table. So here we just substituted all the values. We do care for the power of 10 stated right here in the table. You can see V by T 10 to the power negative 6, pressure 10 to the power 3, radius in millimeter, length is meter. So we are converting every single thing right here to SI unit. Millimeter should be in meter, length is in meter, this is not going to be changed anymore. Pressure 10 to the power 3, we do write 10 to the power 3. V by T value in 10 to the power negative 6, we do substitute the value of 10 to the power negative 6 for V by T, and we do the calculation here. And when we do the calculation, very carefully we should put the values in the calculator so that we do not need to calculate it over and over again. Just take your time, be careful of what you are typing, what you are going to input in your calculator. So this is what we got as 1.03 times 10 to the power negative 4 as the value of C. Now next question, calculate the uncertainty in C. You see the C values are all given, I mean the data are all given in absolute uncertainty. Every single data right here is in terms of absolute uncertainty. Here we have been asked to find out the absolute uncertainty only. So we are just going to make use of the formula of fractional uncertainty rule and look at the equation. Pi and 8 numerical factor just omitted from the calculation of uncertainty. P r to the power 4, they are in the numerator multiplied form. Their absolute fractional uncertainties are going to be added up. R to the power 4, the power is 4, so power is going to be multiplied. In the denominator, V by T and L, these fractional uncertainties are also going to be added up. So all the fractional uncertainties are going to be added up right here. It is just multiplication and division. The power 1, which is r to the power 4, the 4 power is going to be multiplied with the fractional uncertainty of radius. So check this expression very carefully, thoroughly, to understand what I wrote and try to relate this. Now I am substituting all the values, all the absolute uncertainty hereby you see in the table. So upon substituting all the values correctly, we are again going to calculate this, how much is going to be the del C value. So 0.001 divided by 0.250. So ultimately when we calculate this, we get 0.086. 0.086 is what we get in our right hand side, and this value 0.086 is going to be multiplied with the C value that we calculated in the part A of this question. We are subjecting del C to find out the absolute uncertainty in C. So C value is going to be multiplied with 0.086. So 1.03 times 10 to the power negative 3, when being multiplied with this 0.086, you will get the result in the calculator in some different order of 10, but you have to convert this into the same power of 10 as the C is calculated. C is 10 to the power negative 3, so your absolute uncertainty should be also in 10 to the power negative 3. So if you are getting this absolute uncertainty del C value in 10 to the power negative 5, do convert it into 10 to the power negative 3. So 0.089 times 10 to the power negative 3 is your del C value. And the last part of the question is to express the answer in the appropriate significant figure. So our data is in one significant figure. Just go back to this table, check it out. All the data, the uncertainties are all in one significant figure. So this uncertainty of C should be expressed in one significant figure, and that's why 0.089 became 0.09. So what we can write down as 1.03 plus minus 0.09 whole into 10 to the power minus 3. The way we calculated the absolute uncertainty in C, we can also use the percentage uncertainty formula, and then we percentage uncertainty we can get multiply with the C value, we can get the C. So here again we are in another question, but this question is not that I'm going to solve. It is the question for you. You will solve it yourself and you will share the answer with me commenting below in the comment section. So I request to all of you, please do write down the equation as you see in the question paper in the screen. Do write the equation on your copy. Every single term here is explained, described. T stands for time period, R is the orbital distance or radius, M is the mass, and K here is a constant. You have to first find out the base unit of K. You first have to find out the base unit of K, and then you have to find out the value of K. You have to calculate the value of K with its uncertainties. So when you are calculating the value of K and you are calculating the uncertainties of K, make sure that you consider the power of 10 as long as you are calculating the value of K. So this is the table where T, R and M are given with their values and with their percentage uncertainties in the third column. So please do write down this table as well on your copy. Solve it thoroughly, carefully, and obtain the answer and share the answer with us. I will tell you if it is correct. I will tell you how to do if it is incorrect. Okay, I will very much appreciate your comment in the commenting section. What to say next? So thank you very much for watching this video. This video, I do admit that it is a little longer video, but you know that I had to cover a few questions from the different question paper so that I can more or less cover all the aspects of the uncertainties questions. Thank you very much for watching this video, and thank you.